meeting, completing the 100 basis point recalibration indicated in the September dot plot. Deutsche Bank add that, however, the meeting statement, summary of economic projections, and Chair Powell's press conference will likely send a consistent signal that the Fed is set to slow the pace of rate cuts next year. In addition to the rate cuts, they expect a 5 basis point downward adjustment to the overnight reverse repo rate, which would realign it with historical positions at the bottom of its target range. The SEP will show meaningful revisions to the 2024 economic forecasts, with growth and inflation revised higher and the unemployment rate revised lower. These revisions will generate questions about why the Fed decided to cut rates. Next year, the median dot is likely to show 3 additional rate cuts, though we expect the skew to be toward less easing. Finally, the long-run dot will likely continue its upward migration, rising to around 3.1%, which is the median expectations looking for 3%. So upgrades to neutral should persist as our own estimates remain materially higher. Deutsche Bank also notes that in Powell's press conference, it is likely to emphasize that with policy still restrictive, the committee believed it could modestly dial back the degree of restraint. But with a strong economy, diminished downside risks to the labor market, and evidence that inflation is stickier than anticipated, the Fed will not be in a rush to get to a highly uncertain neutral level. So Deutsche Bank's baseline remains that a skip in early 2025 could turn into an extended pause, with the Fed having limited scope for additional easing next year.
Do you want to stay up to date with the latest and be on the bleeding edge of news for non-farm payrolls? Then sign up today and get our special offer of Financial Juice Pro for a year's worth of our service for the price of 1 month and save 92%.
Hang on.
1 minute remaining. I'll be leading with the US interest rate decision. 1 minute remaining. I'll be leading with the US interest rate decision. 1 minute remaining. I'll be leading with the US interest rate decision. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Cut 25 basis points, cut 25 basis point cut to 4.5% as expected. Fed median rates forecast for next year 3.875%, 3.875% higher than forecast 3.625%. For the next 2 years 3.375%, 3.375% higher than forecast 3.125%. For the next 3 years 3.125%, 3.125% as expected. Long run at 3% as expected. So looking to the market reactions here, dollar seeing some strength, S&P seeing some weakness, yield seeing a bit of whipsawing, but strength overall coming through here. So looking to the release of the statements here then, so Fed projections show 1 of 19 officials see no cuts in 2025, 3 see 1 cut and 10 see 2 cuts. Three see 3 cuts, and one sees 4 cuts, one seeing 5 cuts. But again, 19 officials seeing no cuts next year from the Fed. Policymakers see a 4.3% unemployment rate at the end of 2025 from 4.4% in the September projections. They see the end of 2025 PCE inflation at 2.5% from 2.1%, core seen at 2.5% from 2.2%, upward revisions to inflation there. Fed policymakers see 2.1% GDP growth in 2025 from 2% in September. Longer run growth at 1.8% unchanged, so an upward revision on near-term growth from Fed policymakers as well. So the Fed statement, little change from November meeting, however. Descriptions of the economy growing at a solid pace are identical. The Fed lowers the reverse repo rate by 30 basis points to 4.25% versus the 25 basis point cut made to the Fed funds rate. So the Fed note they're considering the extent and timing of additional rate adjustments. The Fed will assess incoming data, evolving outlook, and balance risks. So Fed vote in favor of the cut was 11-1. Cleveland Fed President Hammack dissented, preferring to leave the policy rate unchanged at this meeting. So the FOMC, again, median forecast shows 50 basis points of rate cuts in 2025 to around 3.9%. FOMC median 2025 inflation forecast, again, 2.5% from 2.1%. So US rate futures price in more than 90% chance the Fed will hold rates at the January meeting.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order submit. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled.
The US rate futures price in just 2 rate cuts for next year after the Fed eased by 25 basis points.
Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target Target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Order filled. Target filled.
A dollar rising to the highest since November of 2022 following the decision and release of the SEP.
Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order 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 filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order filled. Target filled. Order target filled. Order target filled. Target filled. Target filled. Target order filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop order. Target filled. Order filled. Order cancelled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order cancelled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
US Treasury 10-year yields hitting a fresh 4-week high here, last up around 6.9 basis points at 4.454%. So in 10 minutes time now, at the bottom of the hour, see the start of the FOMC press conference with Chair Powell following the US interest rate decision.
Order filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled. Target filled.
It's been 5 minutes time now at the bottom of the hour. Get the FOMC press conference with Chair Powell. Live video to watch this is on the feed for those interested.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled.
So we're shortly expecting the start of the FOMC press conference with Chair Powell. Again, the live video to watch this is on the feed for those interested.
Order filled. Stop filled. Order target filled. Order target filled. Order cancelled. Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
And Fed's Powell begins the press conference.
Order filled. Order filled. Target filled. Stop filled. Order filled.
Fed's Powell says we're squarely focused on two goals. Economy is strong.
Target filled. Stop filled.
Fed's Powell says the labour market remains solid
Order submit. Order cancelled.
and inflation much closer to the 2% goal.
Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target order cancelled.
Powell says the labour market has cooled from an overheated state.
Target filled. Target filled. Order stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Fed's Powell says economic activity has expanded at a solid pace.
Stop filled.
Consumer spending is resilient. Investment in equipment has strengthened.
Order filled. Order filled.
Says housing activity has been weak though.
Target filled.
Powell says improving supply has supported strong US economic performance.
Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order stop filled. Order filled. Order cancelled. Order target filled.
Powell says wage growth has eased.
Target order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target order submitted. Order cancelled. Order filled.
Powell adding the labour market is not a
Order
source of
stop
inflation
filled.
pressures.
Target filled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order. Target filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says
Target
total
filled.
PCE probably rose 2.1%. Says 2.5% in the 12 months ending in
filled.
November.
Stop filled.
Powell says core PCE probably rose 2.8% in November.
Target filled.
Inflation expectations remain well anchored.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says risks to achieving goals roughly in balance.
Stop filled. Target filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Powell says today we lowered the range and we have been moving toward a more neutral setting.
Canceled. Stop filled. Stop filled.
Powell says policy stance is now significantly less restrictive.
Order filled.
Says we can be more cautious going forward.
Order filled.
So that's Powell saying can be more cautious in reducing rates.
Target filled. Target filled.
And Powell adds reducing policy restraint too slowly could unduly weaken the economy and employment though.
Order filled.
Powell says we're not on a preset course.
Order filled. Target. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order cancel. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Target filled. Order filled.
Powell says policymaker
filled.
projections for the policy rate are
stop
higher
filled.
for next year, consistent with higher inflation.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says we can dial back policy restraint more slowly if
filled.
inflation is not moving sustainably toward 2%.
Target filled.
Powell adds policy is well positioned to deal with risks.
Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Target filled. Order filled. Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
Keep in mind the Q&A section of the press conference from Powell does now start.
Order filled. Target filled. Order cancelled. Order submitted. Order cancelled. Order cancelled. Order filled.
Powell says today was a closer call.
Order
So Powell, they're
cancelled.
saying today was a closer call, but it was the right call.
Stop filled. Order stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order target filled.
Powell says labour market is cooling in a gradual and orderly way.
Order cancelled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop fill. Order filled.
So Powell says job creation is below the level that would hold the jobless rate
Stop
constant.
filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Powell says I see the inflation story as broadly
stop
on
filled.
track.
Target filled. Order filled. Order submitted.
Powell says housing
canceled.
services are steadily coming down. So again, that's Powell saying
Stop
housing
filled.
services steadily coming down.
Cancelled. Order target filled. Order stop filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says the mention of
filled.
extent and
Stop
timing
filled.
language in the statement shows that we
Order
are
filled.
at or near the point of slowing rate
Stop
cuts.
filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop
Powell
filled.
says risks and uncertainty around
Order
inflation we
filled.
see as higher.
Order filled. Target filled. Order stop filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Target filled. Stop
Powell
filled.
says we believe policy is still meaningfully restrictive.
Order filled. Stop filled. Order submit. Order filled. Target filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says we think the economy is in a real good place and policy too. So again, Powell saying we
canceled.
think the economy in a real good place and policy too.
Target filled. order filled. Stop filled. Order stop filled.
Powell says what's
Order
driving the
submitted.
slower rate cut
Order
path is
filled.
stronger economic growth and lower unemployment.
Target filled.
Powell says also driving slower rate cutting
Order
path is higher
filled.
inflation this year and next
Target
year.
filled. Order target filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Powell says some people did take a very preliminary
Order
step and
submitted.
incorporated
Order
conditional
filled.
effects of coming
Stop
policies in
filled.
their projections.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Powell says November inflation back on track
Order
after higher
filled.
readings. Higher inflation is probably the biggest factor for the new
Stop filled.
projections. Excuse me.
Order submit. Order target filled.
Says we want to see progress on inflation as we think about further rate cuts.
Order filled. Target filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Order canceled.
So the S&P 500
Order
extending
submit.
losses
Order
as
filled.
Powell speaks here.
Target
The S&P last down around 0.9%, closing 1% now.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled. Target filled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says the committee is discussing ways in which tariffs can drive
Order
inflation. We've
filled.
done a good bit of work on that.
Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order stop filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order target filled. Order submit. Order stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Powell comments that it's premature to make any conclusions on the impact of tariffs. We don't
Order
know what
filled.
countries, what size,
Target
or how
filled.
long.
Order filled. Target filled. Order stop filled. Order
Euro
target
falling
filled.
1.1% to around 1.0376 per dollar as Powell comments on the Fed's path.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says core inflation coming down to 2.5% next year, as in the projections, would be significant progress.
Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order submit. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order target filled.
US stocks extending their fall, with the Dow Jones down 1%
Order
now as
filled.
well.
Stop filled. Order cancelled. Order submitted. Order cancelled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says no reason to think a downturn is any more likely than usual.
Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order stop filled. Order cancelled. Order submitted. Order cancelled. Order stop filled. Order submitted. Target filled. Order filled.
Powell says housing inflation has
filled.
come down steadily.
Order filled. Stop filled. Order cancelled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submit. Order filled.
Powell says goods inflation has returned to pre-pandemic range overall.
Target filled. Order submit. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled.
The US 3 and 5-year yields climb 10 basis points now as Powell speaks. That's the 3 and 5-year yields.
Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says, I don't think that non-market
Order
services have much
filled.
to say about
Target
tightness.
filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order. Target filled.
Powell says, I am confident we're on a
Order
path to
filled.
2% inflation, but it might take another year or two to get to there from here.
Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order target filled.
Powell says the labour market is not cooling in a way that raises concerns.
Order filled. Target filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order cancelled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled.
Powell says we have to weigh softer labour market against sideways
Stop
inflation.
filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order cancelled. Target filled.
Powell says we are in a new phase in the process.
Order target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order stop filled. Order target filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
US rate futures now imply just 37 basis points of cuts in 2025, down from
Order
49
target
basis
filled.
points immediately after the Fed statement.
Order target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled.
Powell says we still have some work to do on inflation. We need
Target
policy to
filled.
remain restrictive to get the work done.
Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order submit. Order cancelled.
Powell says we think our policy is working and having the effects that we want.
Filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order stop filled.
That's what Powell, when asked about a Bitcoin reserve, says we're not allowed to own Bitcoin and not looking for a law change.
Order target filled. Order cancelled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submit. Order cancelled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order stop filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Cable falls 1% to session lows of around 1.2582 as
Order
Powell speaks
filled.
now. Powell says that wages are at a healthy
Stop
and ever
filled.
more sustainable level.
Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submit. Order filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submit. Order filled. Stop filled. Order target filled. Order target filled. Order canceled. Order filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order stop filled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Powell says people are feeling the effects of high prices, not high inflation. US Treasury 10-year yield on track for the largest daily gain since November 12th now.
Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order target filled. Order target filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Target filled.
Powell says I expect another very good year
filled.
next year.
Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submit. Order cancelled. Order filled. Target filled. Order filled. Target filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
US Treasury 2-year yields daily gain at
Order
10.7
filled.
basis points now, on pace for the largest in more than 2 months. Passes. Geopolitical turmoil remains a risk. Passes. We don't overreact to a couple of months of inflation prints.
Couple months of lower readings, and what we had was we had 4 months of really nice readings, and then September and October were higher, but then November is much lower. So I don't really think the public is experiencing that
Voice
as
news
a
disconnected.
surprising upside risk to inflation. I think inflation is much lower. What the public is feeling, and they're right about it, is that prices are just, the price level went up because of the past inflation, and it's going to take some time for real wages to recover over a period of years in which your real compensation is growing. And in other words, your compensation is growing meaningfully faster than inflation. That's exactly the kind of economy we have now, and we just want to hold on to it. That process will probably take some years, but that's what's going on right now. And I don't think that a couple of months of higher inflation really signal that anything of the nature you're suggesting.
And just one follow-up. Let's look more long-term. You previously predicted hitting the 2% inflation target in 2026. It's now been pushed out to 2027. You said you're focused on enabling further progress on inflation. That's not necessarily progress in the right direction. Are you confident that target isn't going to move further out?
We're talking about when you're projecting the economy, 3 years out, 2 years out, you're talking about high uncertainty. Very high uncertainty. We really, at that point, that's not possible to confidently predict where the economy is going to be in 3 years. So what we're doing is we're looking at what's happening now. We're kind of projecting that the same kinds of things are happening. So we keep a strong labor market. Housing services inflation comes down. Goods inflation settles down, and non-market services return to their prior level. All of those things should happen over time, and those pieces come together. There's every reason to think that they will. The timing of it is highly uncertain. But you're not wrong though that it's been a bit frustrating because while we've made progress, it has been slower than we had hoped. Nonetheless, we're still on track, and I think if 2 years ago you'd said we were at 4.2% unemployment and 2.8% inflation, people would say, "I'll take that." I mean, that's a pretty good interim place to be. Job's not done, but I think we're feeling good about where we are and where we're headed.
Nancy for the last question.
Hi, Chair Powell, Nancy Marshall-Genzer from Marketplace. You said a couple times inflation has been moving sideways. Appears to be settling in around, 2.5%. Do you think the Fed is just going to have to settle for that and accept that you're not going to get to your 2% target?
No, we're not going to settle for that. I think we certainly have every intention and expectations that we'll get inflation back sustainably to 2%. That is, and I am confident we will achieve that. It has taken longer, but you have to be, we are making progress. We have made a great deal of progress, and we'll continue to do so and get back to 2% inflation. That's what we owe the public, and we're committed to achieving it.
In that case, can you rule out a rate hike next year?
You don't rule things completely in or out in this in this world. That doesn't appear to be a likely outcome. I think we're at 4.3%. That's meaningfully restrictive, and I think it's a well-calibrated rate for us to continue to make progress on inflation while keeping a strong labor market. So, thank you very much. And to you.
Order target filled. Order filled. Stop filled.